Hey guys, it's Rebecca Oberstadt. It has been several days since I have recorded a video. Things here have been absolutely crazy. The last two videos I recorded was last weekend, and they were Halloween looks that took most of the day. So I got looking at one of the other videos that I had already, recorded and edited and that kind of thing, and I had an idea. Now, I have both of the big BH Cosmetics Zodiac palettes, and I've seen a lot of people talking about how they're like trying to pull from their stash or shopping their stash or using the products that they already have. And I, as a lot of you know, I can't afford to always buy new things because my only income is YouTube, and I have a Patreon and like the PayPal, whatever, Go, that kind of thing. But until like yesterday, I only had one patron that was at $5 a month, and they charge you like 25 cents just to deposit your own money. So YouTube takes me several months in order to earn a minimum payout and just a lot of other things. So I don't always buy new makeup. So I did a look the other day that was like purple and green, and I used both of these palettes to do that, but I used the same sign. So what I was thinking was, because I'm already doing like Zodiac stuff and I have a whole bunch of stuff planned, I just haven't had time to record it because life here has been insane and I'm ready to just rip my hair out and scream. I want to try and use these palettes in conjunction with each other. So we started off with the Sagittarius. The next sign would be Scorpio. But I got looking at the Scorpio shades and I'm like, okay, well the Love Signs palette's very light, but this palette is like super dark. This is the Scorpio shade here, and it's like this this like brownie red shade, and then this copper, and then a light pink and a pink shimmer. So I'm going to be using these two palettes to do an eye look today, and I had an idea on how I could get these colors to work together because they honestly don't look like they would work well together. So I don't have anything else on my face. I'm going to be playing with eyeshadow first, and then I will come back with everything else done. Wish me luck. I'm going in with the Scorpio shade with my Bh brush. This is a contour eye brush. Ready to rip my hair out. Scorpio shade. Now I have, my crease comes pretty far down and I usually carry color up a little bit higher. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this right in that crease socket of my eye. So right here. And this will make sense in a minute. I do have a little bit of dryness right here from trying to get a lot of makeup off my face this past weekend. Alright, so picking up color and coming over here, again, just running it right into the actual like socket of my eye, like where my actual crease is, where that brow bone stops. Alright, now with this done, I'm going to take my angle. This is a Moto Pro brush. This is a precision angle, and I'm going into that really light pink matte shade, and I'm going to put this right here and then buff. And what it's going to do is change the color of that initial shadow I put down, because the other shadow is like really dark. It's like this real warm brown. But if you put this like pastel pinky white shade over it, it seems to change it to like a mauve, which is kind of neat. And mauve is kind of more of a Libra shade, but we'll let it slide. Now we'll still go back in with that darker shade, but this is just to give some color up here on the brow bone. So it started off with this really dark, rich brown shade, and now we're modifying it by putting another shadow over it and blending to get the desired results. Now taking my finger, I'm grabbing that copper shade, which is the original Zodiac shimmer shade for the Scorpio. And I'm using my finger on purpose. I want it like a diffused and blown out kind of shade. Alright, now we're looking real dark again. So this is when we're going to take a regular synthetic brush. This is my, let's use it's 245. Yeah, my 245, which is a little flat shader brush. I'm going to grab that Scorpio shimmer shade from the Love Signs palette, which is this really pretty, like a light pink, almost the color of the handle. Okay, now for cleanup, and then I will come back with the rest of my face on, and I will be back in just a second. Okay, have the rest of my makeup on right now, so let's go ahead and do the lower lash line. I'm going to take that really dark shade first and put it under my lower lash line, but I'm going to angle the brush up. I'll start halfway in and work my way to the corner. So it's kind of, I'm running it kind of through my lashes and right up against the lower lash line. I went ahead and did mascara and waterline liner. I'll have to leave everything linked down below. I want to keep this really tight to my eye. Okay, so this brush has an angle on it. I'm going to only pick up color on the tip of that. And I'm going to put it up against my eye, close my eye, and then blend back and forth. And this powder that I have that I'm using right now under my eyes is awful. It like separates, it clumps, it cakes, it does awful things to my under eyes, and it's an expensive powder. So I think I'm going to be returning it. And then if you lose too much, just go back in with your other brush that has a darker shade on it and add it back in. Yeah, my under eyes look awful right now because of that powder. And that's really the only place that I put it. It's like all like weird looking. Now to do the other side. It tickles. This eye is also shaped a little bit differently than the other eye. So I have to keep that in mind. This eye comes down further to a sharper curve here with my brow bone than the other eye. The other eye goes out a little bit more, where this one goes, it looks like a half moon. So the one eye is like this, the other eye is like this. So I have to keep that in mind when I'm doing my eye looks in order to get things not to look completely different. Alright, now that I'm happy with that, I'm going to go back in with that light pink short Scorpio shade from the Love Signs palette. I'm going to pop that here and right up underneath here. And I'm angling the brush so that I don't get it too far up onto my nose. I have a bad habit of putting it all the way like up here. Not that that's anything wrong with that, but I'm just trying to keep this a very close eye look today. And I had to do some mascara cleanup over here, so. Sometimes if you notice when you do your eye looks, if you do your eyes and things seem like lost after you do the rest of your face, just go back and touch it up, because I know I have hooded lids. I also have a crease on both lids right here, that where my eyelid folds up into itself. So I know that for a fact that my eyes have a tendency to eat eyeshadow. So one reason I do this and I press over the eyeshadow is to get it to adhere to my lid, and I'm putting some pretty good pressure on my eyeball. But I want those shimmers to stay, and I find if I forget this step, I get a big crease in the center of my eye, and the eyeshadow like seems to vanish after a while, or it ends up all the way to my brow bone. I don't have a problem with shimmers on my brow bone. I don't have a problem wearing shimmer from forehead to navel, but you know, if I put shimmers on my eyes, I kind of want them to stay like where I put them. And then because I touched my eyes, there's a little bit of fallout under my eyes now. And then some really horrible looking powder. So far, I am not liking this new powder that I got, and I might just do a video breakdown on like all of my powders and what I think about them, because I'm really starting to hate this powder. And it was expensive. So here we are with the finished look using the Scorpio shades from the Zodiac palette and the Zodiac Love Signs palette. I'm gonna keep trying these to see how I like them, and let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Definitely leave me a like on this video, and you know, maybe we can make this a series. I don't know. I know I'm doing the whole Zodiac series anyways, where I'm doing them sign by sign, but this is kind of like a different take on it. I mean, you've got that nice rich copper shade, the reddish brown shade, the light pink, and the shimmery pink, and I paired it with like this really pretty like glossy cherry red lip. This is actually the L'Oreal Color Reach. This is in enamel red, and then I took a gold lip gloss and kind of put it over it to give it like a gold shift, and I really like how the lip came out. And I think the whole look is beautiful. It's a little bit dark, but it still kind of passes for like a neutral eye look. And I think it turned out beautifully. So anyways, I'm Rebecca Oberstadt. Hopefully you guys have a fantastic day or night wherever you are. And I will see you in tomorrow's video. Let me know what you think of this eye look, and maybe a possible series of me using just these two palettes and just this one sign at a time to do makeup looks, because I think it's an interesting idea. And when we get into some of the very strange color combinations, that might be a challenge. So anyways, 4 eyeshadows, 1 look. See you guys tomorrow. Bye.